Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I am super excited to show you my new build of Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now this deck is a long time coming of the new Red Eyes Slash Dragon, the new Red Eyes Gearfried the Iron Knight, and new Red Eyes Baby Dragon, and even the new Equip trap card that's based off of Kunai with Chain, Red Eyes Fang and Chain. Now I'm really excited to show you off this deck, and it's really powerful. I actually even have some secret text in here that I want to show you guys, but let's get straight on into it. I'm really excited for this deck. Red Eyes is actually my favorite OG original monster out of Blue Eyes and Dark Magician and this. So let's get straight on into it. So first off, we're going to play 3 copies of the Red Eyes Black Dragon itself. This card is kind of like your combo piece of the entire deck, that it kind of helps you with all your fusions and all your XYZ plays for the most part. It's a really great card, and you need to play it at 3. Then I play 2 copies of Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon is a Gemini monster that technically counts as a Red Eyes monster while on the field or in the graveyard. However, the really cool thing about this is that if you normal summon it again, which you don't have to tribute after you normal summon it and it's on the field, like if it's already on the field and you haven't normal summoned that turn, if you just normal summon and declare that you do it again with the Gemini effect, then if you battle with it after damage calculation performed, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's original attack, which is 2400, which is really cool because it's just a nice burn card. Then we play 1 copy of Red Eyes Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Darkness Metal Dragon is kind of like a Monster Reborn, and it's really easy to get out in this deck because all you have to do is banish 1 dragon monster, which you play a lot of dragon monsters in this deck. That you banish 1 and then special summon it. And then on top of that, you can target a dragon monster in your graveyard or a dragon monster in your hand and special summon it right out onto the field. So if your Slash Dragon gets sent to the graveyard after you've appropriately fusion summoned it, you can actually bring it back, which is really awesome because it makes it nice because you don't have to have it in your extra monster zone. Then we play 1 copy of Light Pulsar Dragon because something I will point out to you guys is this. On your copies of Meteor Black Comet Dragon, it just requires a level 6 dragon right there. So you can actually make your Light Pulsar Dragons your fusion material for your Meteor Black Comet Dragons. And we only play 1 material for our Meteor Black Comet Dragons, which is this. Then we play 3 of the new card, Gearfried the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Now this card is really cool because it's kind of something that we've been needing in this deck really bad in the form of spell and trap removal. And once per turn, if either player equips an equip card to this card, you can destroy the equip card, then you can destroy a spell or trap your opponent controls, which is awesome. The other, it has 2 effects. So if it's equipped, you can send the equip to the graveyard to pop a spell or trap, which is awesome. Then the other effect is that you can, once per turn, send 1 equip card you control that is equipped to this particular card to the graveyard. Then you can target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and instantly special summon it, which can set you up for some really great plays, which is really important in this deck. Then we play 3 of the new Red Eyes Baby Dragon, which is really a great card in this deck because when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 7 or lower, which is anything but your Darkness Metal Dragon in the deck, and equip it to this card, equip it to that monster, and if you do, it gains an additional 300. That's kind of irrelevant, but being able to special summon it is really important for combos. Then, if it's sent to the graveyard, while it is equipped to a monster, you can add a 1 level 1 dragon monster, which is either our Black Metal Dragons or our Black Stone of Legends, which is very important for this deck because it really helps out with some of the synergy, being able to search some of our little dragons that usually wouldn't be able to be searched. Now something to keep in mind is this is actually the only warrior in the deck, is this Metal Knight Gearfried, or the Iron Knight. Then we play 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon because it is probably one of the best cards in the entire deck, if not the best. Black Metal Dragon's effect is that you can target a Red Eyes monster you control, except Red Eyes B-Chick, of course, because all of them neglect that because it's got a different name in the OCG. And equip it from your hand to your side of the field to it. Then it gains 600 attack, so it can make your Gear Fritz go up to 2400, and it can make all your Red Eyes monsters, like your Black Flare and your Red Eyes Black Dragon, go all the way up to 3000, which is great. It's really, really good. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add one Red Eyes card, any Red Eyes card, which could be Red Eyes Fusion, Insight, Fang with Chain, any of them, directly to your hand, which is really, really good. And then for the last two monsters, we play 2 copies of the Black Stone of Legend, which is you only really need 2 copies of this. It's really good at more than 2, but at the same time, it can kind of be cloggy. So 2, I found, is the perfect number for this with this monster lineup. Because the really nice thing is you can tribute it to special summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck. And if it's in the graveyard, you can shuffle a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your graveyard into your deck to add it back to your hand, but you can only activate either or effect per turn, which is nice and sucks all at once because you can only do either or. But that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. Now, I really, really, really am excited for this deck. It's super, super fun, and you guys really should build it. So for the spells, we're going to play 1 copy of Raigeki just for the board wiping. For our draw power, we're going to play 2 copies of Cards of Redstone, because you can send a level 7 Red Eyes monster from your hand to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. Then you can send an additional level 7 Red Eyes monster from your deck to the grave. So it kind of just revolves around just working with your level 7s, and we only play 5 targets. So that's why we only play 2 of these. And since I'm playing 2 cards for cards for Redstone, we really only need 2 copies of Allure in this deck. You really don't want to start clogging with too many draw engines and banishing too many of your Red Eyes monsters. So 2 is just fine in this deck. If you want to bump it up to 3, be my guest and bump it up to 3, but 2 just works fine for me. Then we play 3 copies of Red Eyes Insight. Red Eyes Insight is kind of the searcher of the deck. You can send 1 Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the grave to add any Red Eyes spell or trap from your deck to your hand, which is nuts. It's really good, except another copy of itself, which is, fair. So it thins the deck a little bit, and it kind of helps out with your searching to get Fusion, because Fusion is very, very important now with getting out your Slash Dragon. And speaking of Fusion, we're now playing 3 copies of Red Eyes Fusion. The only drawback to Red Eyes Fusion is that you cannot normal summon or special summon the turn you do it. However, they kind of played around that with Baby Dragon, because you can set the Baby Dragon the same turn that you activate Red Eyes Fusion, which is why we play 3 copies of it. And just saying, guys, I wouldn't put it past them to make a Red Eyes Time Wizard and a Red Eyes Thousand Dragon or some sort of variant of that. I think that's the next thing on Konami's list of things to do with Red Eyes, if they do anything else, which I think they will. I think that's going to be the next thing that we see out of Red Eyes, is something like that, which, I'm thinking about doing like a top 10 or top 5 video of cards that should be Red Eyes-fied. But if you guys think that that would be really interesting, comment down below and tell me what you think. And then for the rest of the spells, we're going to play 3 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords, which is kind of like a Monster Reborn for level 7 and 8 dragons. And it fits in the graveyard. You can, in a dragon monster you control would be destroyed by battle or by card effect. You can banish it, which is really nice. Then we have 3 tech cards, okay? And I will give you one hint, okay? This is an old school Joey card, okay? I put it in here because it works, and it's an old school Joey Wheeler card. So comment down below really quick and tell me what it is, and then in 3 seconds I'll reveal it. So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now we're playing 3 copies of Scapegoat. Now the reason we're doing this is because you can Red Eyes Fusion on your turn and then Scapegoats on your opponent's turn and give yourself 4 tokens. And it allows you to go into all sorts of link plays. All sorts of link plays. All the way up to Topologic Bomber Dragon. It can get you a free Topologic Bomber Dragon on your turn if your monster zone is not, if your extra monster zone is not clogged up. And then if you can make Flare Metal is protected by being destroyed by card effects, so you can literally make a combo where you can make Topologic and Flare Metal and make it so their monsters get destroyed and your Flare Metal is protected. And it bombards the field, which is awesome. So that's it for the spells. I really like scapegoats in here. You guys ought to consider dropping your scapegoats in here. It's just my own little personal tech. If you don't want to play it, you can always play like 2 twin twisters and that third allure. Or, you know, if you like more blackstones, you can play an extra blackstone. But that's it for the spells. The traps are even smaller count in this deck. So let me pull them out really quick. We are playing 2 copies of Return of the Red Eyes, because this card is, in my opinion, infinitely better now than Red Eye Spirit, because this gets you a Red Eyes back consistently every turn, which is great, as long as you control a Red Eyes monster. I really like this, and if it's destroyed, you get to special summon an additional one, which is awesome. And then I see a lot of people playing 2. I just like 3 of Fang with Chain. And if you don't know what Fang and Chain does, Fang and Chain's effect is that you can target a Red Eyes monster and equip it with this card. Then it can make an additional attack every turn. It can attack twice on a monster. Okay, now this is where it gets a little complicated. If this card is equipped to a Red Eyes monster, okay, I can send this to the grave to target a monster my opponent controls and equip it to the Red Eyes that this was originally equipped to. Then its attack and defense become the attack and defense of the opponent's monster. For instance, if I equipped a Blue Eyes White Dragon to my Red Eye Slash Dragon, it would become 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense, which is nice because it gobbles up an opponent's monster. But that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck, which shouldn't take very long. So first off, we're going to play 2 copies of Red Eyes Slash Dragon. You really only need 2. 2 Slash Dragons is plenty. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is you have to use the original Red Eyes Black Dragon to make it, which kind of sucks. But it's nice all at once unless you have it like on the field or something like that. Its effect is that when a Red Eyes monster declares an attack, you can equip it with a warrior monster from the graveyard, which is going to be our copies of Gearfried. And if it is targeted or if a card on your side of the field is targeted, you can send an equipped card to the graveyard to negate the activation and destroy it, which is nice. And then if it's destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the graveyard, then you can special summon monsters to your side of the field equal to the number of cards that were equipped to it, but they have to be the equipped monsters. So like if I have a Black Metal Dragon and a Gearfried, I get to special summon both of those, which is nice. 1 copy of Meteor Black Comet Dragon. This card's effect is that if it's special summoned, you can send an additional Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard to inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that attack. And the other effect is that if it's destroyed by, or is it if it's destroyed? I think it's destroyed. Let's see. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, period, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So that's going to be a Red Eyes Black Dragon usually. Then I play 3 flares because you can still make flares with the amount of XYZ play, or not the amount of XYZs, but the amount of Link plays in this deck. I consistently can make at least 2 flares, and if one of them dies, I can make a 3rd one. It has happened before, but I usually win by either the 1st or the 2nd one with the speed of the meta now. Then I play 1 Draco Sack. Draco Sack is really, really good in this deck. You can make it, but usually you're going to go for your metals. The same thing is with Big Eye. It's kind of situational. Then for the Link monsters, we're playing 1 Topologic Bomber Dragon because it's easy to go into with the amount of scapegoats we play. 1 Gaia Saber. Again, it's kind of like our bridge into Topologic. 1 Decode Talker because, again, it's kind of generic. Let me scoot these up really quick and I'll show you the last few. 2 Proxy Dragons. If you want to, you can drop one of these for a Firewall Dragon if you really want to play Firewall Dragon. I don't have one, and I like Topologic Bomber Dragon better. And then 2 Link Spiders, because Link Spider is pretty damn good. But that's it, guys. That's it for the Red Eyes deck profile. I really, really enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And comment down below and tell me what you think. I really enjoy this deck. The only thing that I might change in it is I may drop one of the Red Eyes Flare Metals, but I like playing my 3 because I have them in all 3 rarities from Core, which is really, really nice. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to join DarkArmedAlliance down in the description. See you guys around.